How many of you are struggling to find the perfect off-white paint color for your home, but you feel like every paint color you try just feels a little bit too washed out? Well, I would recommend trying greige paint colors because they have a little bit more saturation, shade, and tint. And one of my subscribers asked me to do a color review called Benjamin Moore White Sand. It is absolutely stunning. I'm going to show you what makes this paint color a greige, and I'm going to give you 3 valuable tips that you need to know about this paint color before deciding to paint it in your home. White sand is not considered an off-white despite its name. Also, it's not a yellow beige either. It's a greige. So I'm going to show you what makes this a greige paint color and why it's so important to compare this with other paint colors, especially when it comes time for you to see if this is going to work in your home, because you've got to compare this with both your fixed and furnished elements. And if you don't get it right, it can end up being a costly mistake, and I don't want that to happen to you. So watch this. When I compare this with Delaware Putty by Benjamin Moore, this is considered a yellow beige. Now, when you see the difference between white sand and Delaware Putty, you're going to immediately tell that white sand is cooler than Delaware Putty. Also, you're going to see a little bit of the gray in white sand, so that's good to know. Now, watch this. When I compare this with Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore, this is considered a greige paint color, and all by itself, it leans on the warm side. But watch this. When I compare white sand with Swiss Coffee, this is where you're going to see white sand is warmer than Swiss Coffee. Also, you're going to notice the beige undertones in white sand. This is really important to know, and as you can see, this is why you need to compare this with both your fixed and furnished elements that you have in your home to get it right. For those of you that don't want to make a costly mistake and you want to get it right the first time, then feel free to check out the link right down below. It's going to take you to my website. I'm going to show you how I can help you regardless where you live in North America. And feel free to check out the reviews. I would love to help you. Next, I'm going to give you 3 valuable tips that you need to know about Benjamin Moore White Sand. Tip number 1, white sand pairs really well with honey oak kitchen cabinets and yellow beige floorings. Tip number 2, white sand is a chameleon, so don't be surprised if it looks warm or cool depending on the type of undertones that you may have in your home. And tip number 3, speaking of undertones, white sand. It's so important that you compare this paint color with both your fixed and furnished elements that you have in your home, because don't be surprised if you see a little bit of yellow and sometimes a little peachy undertone. For those of you that are new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. I give you valuable tips just like you're seeing right here in this video. I talk about anything related to interior and exterior paint colors. Next, I got a question for you. Do you have a paint color that you would like me to talk about in a future color review? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your comments. Until then, I will see you in the next video.